Bert Reed is my business partner, so we decided in early 2000 that we wanted to open a business down here on Rhode Island, and so that was our first store. We have 5 shops right now. We have Tiverton, Bristol, Warren, and Wakefield. So this is by far our biggest, the mothership, and we do a lot of our administration here, and then also obviously sell shoes and orthotics as well. But we had known the area. I had been living here for a while and had been working at a private practice on the island, and then worked at a corporation, healthcare, in Massachusetts for a while. Bert was a year behind me in graduate school, and we said, let's start a business down here. We started in 2000, opened the doors in July. Thought we'd have a lot of time to play some ping pong, and that didn't really happen. The business took off pretty quickly, and so it's been very successful since. I was a teacher first. That was my first degree, and same with Bert. Bert was actually a phys ed teacher. I was social studies, but taught some phys ed as well. And I'd done some athletic training, played some sports in college. He had as well, and so we were both interested in kind of the biomechanics and how people got injured and how to get people better. So as we looked more into that, or as I looked more into that, I was kind of going back and forth with athletic training and physical therapy, and it seemed like I could do more in physical therapy, and especially I like the business aspect, so I could own my own business as a physical therapist. There's several of us in the practice that have done a year-long fellowship in biomechanics. So really it's about the biomechanics, how the body works as a team together. So as opposed to someone coming in and saying, I have a shoulder problem, and we do a lot of baseball, so that's one of our specialties. But you know, when someone has a shoulder problem, it's not necessarily the shoulder's fault. You know, so our job is really from the foot to the head, saying, okay, what's not working right? What's causing more stress to a shoulder that may be, you know, the weak link now, and that's the problem. So our specialty is the biomechanics of sport. So we're geeks. We love breaking it down and saying, okay, you know, I've got a hockey player who has some tight hips and he's having a hard time. He's getting some back pain coming back. You know, and why would that be? Well, if the hip's not working right, that back's getting more stress. So really, you know, it goes through all sport. Yeah, we're really fortunate. I mean, Newport's a great area, especially for sailing. So we see a ton of the professional sailors in our practice. We work with Team Puma, but we also treat PGA members. We've had some professional tennis players, professional baseball players. You know, so a pretty wide gamut. And we've got some recognition nationally as well, especially in our orthotics and with our expertise in feet and biomechanics of sport. So we are sort of sought after not only locally, but you know, from afar a little bit as well. So it's a lot of fun. It's fun to do both. I think it depends. You know, we treat orthopedics soup to nuts. You know, so we have 2-year-olds who come in that you know, maybe have had a fracture, and we have 92-year-olds that came in and had a fracture, a hip fracture, or they're having a hard time walking and they need more function. And I think one of the best things is that we have a wide mix, because working with one population all the time, we specialize in sports. You know, and that keeps us on the forefront of biomechanics and function, and that we can relate to everybody. So it's great to have a varied caseload, because you get to see just different things, and you really have different successes. I mean, professional athletes are great to work with. You know their goals, you know, and so it's great to be able to help them. If you can help, you know, a 90-year-old be more independent, or an 80-year-old be more independent and stay in their home, you know, let's say, as opposed to going to a nursing home, that's a pretty, you know, huge accomplishment too. So you get different rewards from working with different groups. So it's kind of nice to be able to have that mix. You know, Bert and I opened up because we really think we know. You know, we hope we knew a good way to run the business. You know, and really to meet the needs of a community. So we get to work with so many different people in the community and be a part of you know, our communities. So we work with the high schools, and we work with the senior centers, and we work with the colleges. So we watch these kids grow up, or we watch these adults, you know, have kids, and you know, so it's really being involved in a community that way. I think that's been the key to our success for all of our practices, getting involved in each of those communities.